Welcome to another episode of
Rey and Nev.
And I'm going to be honest with you, we have recorded this episode already in the sense that we forgot to hit the record button. So we finally did hit the record button and we're ready to talk. So what are we going to talk about today, Nev?
We're going to talk about what to expect if you're a home seller or a home owner actually considering selling.
Okay. All right. So that being said, this was a question that was brought on by one of our agents, Sabrina. So, and she had a couple questions and couple comments about it. So we're going to go through them and we're going to answer each and every one of them. All right.
Yep.
So number one, what can I expect when selling my home? I'll let you go first.
Okay. First thing you can expect is a lot of offers, honestly. Second thing to expect is if you have a good realtor, a lot of communication about these offers.
Okay.
What else?
Well, another thing that you can expect is you can expect that your realtor, if it's a good realtor, is already planning where you're going. You know, what's plan B, where you headed, you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to rent? Because I've had some clients that now want to rent and then want to wait till the market crashes, which I've told them, you know, that's something that's unexpected. You don't know when that's going to happen. So that's one. Number two, another thing that I can think of is obviously the same thing that's happening in their home in regards to the multiple offers. Well, they're going to deal with that when they're buying as well. So we got to give them that expectation, set that expectation correctly. Let them know that, hey, it's a competitive market. You're going to be out there. You're going to be fighting. And you're probably going to pay more for the home that you're buying than you would have in the past. And the reason for that is because somebody's paying more for your home too. You know? So the money that you're making on one end, you're paying it on the other. That's just the reality.
And expect to have actually a lower interest rate on this new house.
That's true.
Previous house.
That's true. They have, depending on when they bought their home, that interest rate is going to be so much better. So they're going to be able to buy more house for the money. But one of the things is, well, we're getting a lot of people that are downsizing. Like you're working with a client right now that's downsizing.
Correct.
She's going from a 3-bed, 3-bath. She wants to go to a 2-bed, 2-bath, and she wants a townhome or a villa rather than the big old house that she has. So, because she has about 1,900 square feet. So, what do you ask? What's the first question you ask the seller?
Why are you selling?
Okay.
What is your end goal? What's most important to you?
So my question is, so if they say, so you say, so let's go through that. Let's role play that for the team so they can understand it and for our audience. So I'm gonna pretend I'm the seller. You're gonna be the buyer. You're gonna be the agent, and you're gonna ask me that question. So go.
All right. So first off, I'd like to start off with thank you for allowing me to come over today. We're gonna discuss kind of your expectations of what you want from me, and what you expect from our offers.
Okay.
What's the most important to you? So first question I'd like to ask is, why are you selling?
Well, I'm thinking that the market is really good right now, so I want to see how much I can make on my home.
Okay. And after you sell the home, where are you headed?
I'm gonna stay in Florida. I'm probably gonna get something maybe smaller. I mean, I'm thinking about retiring. So I'm thinking about getting something smaller. This big yard's really a lot of work for me.
Okay. So after selling your home, you want to be somewhere that maybe is easier to maintain, smaller?
Yeah, I mean, if the smaller the yard, the better.
Okay.
The no yard, better.
Okay.
But yeah, something smaller.
Okay. So it's just going to be you, or is it going to be you and your wife?
Just me and my wife.
Just your wife?
Yeah,
okay.
we kicked the
kids. No kids?
Yeah, no. They went off to college.
Okay. So would you be opposed to maybe a 55+ community?
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm not that age yet. I'm retiring kind of early, so maybe in 10 years, but I'm not against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So 55+ community, maybe not right now.
Maybe not right now.
But maybe a condo, a townhome, you wouldn't have any.
I prefer a townhome, but I like the fact that with the condo, I'm paying for the maintenance fee, but I don't have to do the maintenance. So.
Okay, that's perfect. So really, the reason for selling this home is because you want something easy to maintain. You want to downgrade something for you and your wife, something where you're not going to be working on painting a home, doing the yard, things like that. And
Yeah, exactly. I want something that's already ready, move-in ready. Like I could just grab my stuff and go.
Okay.
Definitely want something in the Orlando area. Because I want to. I'm not retiring yet, so
Okay.
I want to. I work in close to the Cimarron in Colonial, so I'm looking to stay within 20 to 30 minutes from my job.
Okay.
So anywhere in Orlando. I like the east side of town. I lived on the east side my whole life, so I would prefer there. But if there's something on the west side that piques my interest, I would be interested there as well.
Okay. And how soon do you want to be there?
Well, as soon as I sell the house, so I want to be able to move from one to the other.
Okay. So you kind of want to do it simultaneously with no gap in between.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect. So, in knowing all of this information, basically what you told me is you can sell today as long as you have your new house to move into. So
Yes.
timeline is very important.
100%.
Okay. Perfect. So taking that into consideration, I think this is something we need to actually start doing action on now. Let's go ahead and set you up with a list of homes so you see what's on the market. But at the same time, we're going to put your home on the market and look for your new home in the meantime. In between,
Okay.
they're waiting for it to get our offers.
Perfect.
Right? You'll be waiting to get your offer. I'll be in the background doing the work to
And
find the right
to
buyer.
get me that offer.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Exactly.
Great. So, that's good. I like that. Do you set the expectation in regards to what they're going to be dealing with on the market with today's current market?
Of course. You always want to set that expectation. Expect to have a lot of people wanting to view your home. Your home is beautiful. But also, you're the only home for sale within a 2-mile radius. So you're going to have a lot of people coming into your home. But that's not how I'm going to kind of preface that to them.
Gotcha.
You're going to have a lot of eyes on your home, a lot of people that are interested in your home. That's great for us because the more offers that we receive,
The better it is.
the better the price we can sell it.
And the bigger the net that I get, right?
The bigger net,
The bigger more money I get. Okay.
Exactly.
What about when I buy?
When you buy. Great question.
I don't like to smile.
No, honestly, so when you buy, to expect the same thing. So the houses that we look at, there's going to be a lot of interest on those homes as well.
Okay.
If that makes sense. And some of these homes, they may actually be in a similar condition as your house. I know it's not going to be as nice because you were able to put all the love, the time, and care into your home, but they're going to be just as nice or hopefully comparable. And there's going to be a lot of offers. So when we do see the house that you like and you feel like this is the right home for you, we're going to have to move forward aggressively.
Okay. So we got to move on it right away.
Exactly.
Okay. Perfect. So, and why selling in today's market? Why is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because everybody keeps looking at it from the standpoint of one or the other. So some people think, well, selling today is bad or selling today is good. I'll give you the examples. So if I sell today, what the hell am I going to buy?
Exactly.
That's the bad. If I sell today, I'm going to make the most money I can possibly make in this current market or this current climate as it continues to go up. And how do you relate that to the client?
Actually, that's a question I have for you.
Oh, damn. You're going to put it on me. Okay.
Yeah. How would you relate that to the client?
So I give it to them in the simplest form possible. The best way for me to do it is to say to them, listen, when you sell your home, you're going to sell it for more than what it's worth. That's what the current climate shows. And that's what the current climate is doing. As obviously, didn't you just sell a house where you made the seller like $60,000 extra?
Yes.
So that clear evidence that that's what's happening. So because that's happening, when you buy, that extra money that you're making is really just compensating for what you're buying. That's the extra money you're putting in, so you'll be in a better situation. So in some cases, depending on what they're doing, I always look at the fact is, are you downgrading or downsizing, or are you upgrading or upsizing? Those are very important factors, because if you're looking to, I'll give you a good example. So let's say you sell your home for $300,000 in Orlando, and you want to upgrade for one more bedroom. The price can jump up 50 to 100,000 just for that extra bedroom right now, in the area. If you decide to stay in the same area, so if you wanted to stay in the same area because you want the kids to go to the same school, but you need a bigger house because you outgrew your house, then that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a huge problem, because there's not enough inventory to where the inventory is helping you fight. It's the other way around. There's so little inventory that when you go to choose, you'll be like, this is the only 4-bedroom that's available right now.
So what I'm hearing is it's a good and a bad. Well, selling today's market is good but also bad. And the reasons for that is, why is it good? There's a lot of people out here buying. There's not a lot of inventory. So what does that mean for you?
That means top dollar.
Top dollar, supply and demand.
Yep.
So here goes the bad part. You're selling your home now. There's not a lot of inventory, and there's a lot of people buying. So what does that mean?
That's exactly it. That's what I'm saying. It's a catch-22. It's a win-win, lose-lose. It's literally. I think that more than ever, real estate agent is important, because when you're going through this process, it's very stressful, and to put that kind of burden on yourself by selling your own home and looking for your own properties, it just makes it harder. And the stress level, I mean, just imagine buying and selling at the same time and how stressful that process is during a normal market. But then you add this market's mix to it, and the stress levels through the roof.
Yeah.
And that's a stressful situation, because when we deal with those type of clients, we try to always have a plan B. Like, okay, let's say you sell and your loan's not ready on the purchase. If you're doing the loan, where are we going to go? Is there a place that you can go for a few days until we can close your loan? Because that sometimes happens. That's just the reality. You always have to have that plan B ready. And I noticed that most people do not have a plan B. They don't have it. And the worst part about it is most agents don't even ask.
Yep.
So it's really scary, because there's so many agents joining the industry, so many new people who are not getting trained or not adequately helping these clients, which then makes the experienced agents look bad, because we do care, we do work hard, we do learn every day. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to ask every single question, and if you don't, what's happening is you're leaving something that's going to fall into the mix, and it's gonna create it's like putting a monkey wrench in the wheel, and you don't want that to happen. So it's just, at this point in time, I feel that it's a great market if you're selling for the right reasons.
Exactly.
And my top 3 reasons are: you're downsizing, you're selling a home that you were going to unload anyway because it was an investment property, or you're dealing with a financial situation, and you need the funds,
or just relocating for a job.
Yeah, well, that's a big one. That's a big one.
That's what's happening a lot.
I would say that's about 50% of the sales right now.
Yeah.
When I look at the National Association of Realtor stats in regards to moving, 50% of the purchases that are happening right now is someone moving from another state. We have a client right now that we're working with that's moving from New York, and is going to keep the job in New York, and they're going to work from Florida, and they're going to commute. Matter of fact, Eric's client, it commutes back and forth to New York, but they're resident in Florida now. So they own the home here. Their wife and kids stay here, and they go to school here. But the husband flies back and forth to New York because they have a huge...
Didn't your cousin come here for his job?
Yes. So he transferred from the company he worked for in New Jersey. He was living in Jersey, and he moved down here, and he's going to be working, I think, at the Millennium Mall area.
I thought he was in Miami.
Oh, you talking about John? Okay,
Yeah.
it's my other cousin. I thought you were talking about Albert, the one that came into the office.
Oh no.
Yeah, so John, he got headhunted, so it was
Yeah.
crazy. So he got headhunted by a hedge fund that was in New York that moved their operation to South Florida.
Yeah.
And he ended up moving with the company moved here first, and then they headhunted him, and then he came.
Yep.
He came over.
So look at that. You just explained two examples of it right there.
Two totally different people. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I don't think it's gonna slow down anytime soon. But I think that it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're growing as a city, and
Yep.
I can't wait till we get our NFL team. That's our next goal. But we'll save that for another episode because that's a really cool thing if it happens. We're 5 minutes from the stadiums, so we'll be able to see stuff and hear stuff. But yeah, I mean, this was a great episode, great insight. Hopefully, the agent that asked for this information, that we gave you some perspective on how to handle that situation, and make sure that you ask the right questions and ask a ton of questions. All right. So, with that being said, Neville, you got anything else to add?
No, I don't think I have anything left to add for this episode.
All right, perfect. So we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.